Relationships are the mirrors in which we see ourselves. Rumi. In the reflection of these mirrors lies the essence of our connections, the intertwining of souls, the exchange of emotions, the dance of love and reciprocity. Yet within this delicate dance there exists a darker side, a realm where the reflections distort, where manipulation masquerades as affection, and where selfish agendas overshadow genuine care. As we embark on this exploration of human interaction, we delve deep into the intricacies of relationships marred by exploitation and indifference. We peel back the layers of superficiality to reveal the attitudes that drive individuals to use and discard others at their convenience, leaving behind a trail of broken trust and shattered hearts. Through the lens of introspection, we confront the harsh reality of emotional manipulation, the subtle nuances of guilt-tripping, gaslighting, and emotional blackmail that poison the well of love and understanding. We shine a light on the attitudes that underpin these toxic behaviors, dissecting the motives and insecurities that drive individuals to prey on the vulnerabilities of others. But amidst the shadows, there is a glimmer of hope, a beacon of awareness that illuminates the path to healing and transformation. Through introspection and understanding, we empower ourselves to recognize the red flags of manipulation, to set boundaries that safeguard our well-being, and to cultivate relationships founded on mutual respect and authenticity. In this journey of self-discovery and growth, we unravel the complexities of human nature, confronting the attitudes that lie at the heart of both victimhood and perpetration. With each step forward, we reclaim our power, redefining our relationships on our own terms and forging connections that honor the truth of who we are. Chapter 1. The Mask of Deception. In the labyrinth of human interaction, where intentions are often veiled and motives obscured, lies the realm of manipulation, a shadowy landscape where trust is betrayed and hearts are deceived. Here, beneath the veneer of sincerity, lurks the manipulator, weaving a web of deceit to ensnare the unsuspecting. As we embark on this journey into the heart of manipulation, let us heed the words of Carl Sagan, who aptly remarked, "The truth may be puzzling. It may take some work to grapple with. It may be counterintuitive. It may contradict deeply held prejudices. It may not be consonant with what we desperately want to be true, but our preferences do not determine what's true. Indeed, the truth often eludes us, obscured by layers of deception and distortion. But it is only by confronting the uncomfortable reality of manipulation that we can hope to break free from its insidious grip. In this chapter, we shall don our metaphorical masks and venture into the realm of the manipulator, where appearances deceive and motives remain shrouded in secrecy. We shall unravel the tangled web of half-truths and fabrications, exposing the subtle tactics employed by those who seek to exploit our vulnerabilities for their own gain. But beware, dear listener, for the journey ahead is fraught with peril. For to confront the manipulator is to stare into the abyss of human depravity, to grapple with the uncomfortable truth that not all is as it seems. Yet it is only by shining a light into the darkest corners of our psyche that we can hope to emerge unscathed, armed with the knowledge and insight to navigate the treacherous waters of manipulation. Chapter 2. The Illusion of Care. In the intricate dance of manipulation, one of the most potent tools in the manipulator's arsenal is the illusion of care. It's a masterful guise, meticulously crafted to ensnare the unsuspecting victim in a web of deceit and manipulation. Like a skilled puppeteer, they deftly pull at our heartstrings, feigning concern and compassion to mask their true intentions. As we delve deeper into the murky waters of manipulation, it's crucial to heed the cautionary words of Friedrich Nietzsche, who warned, "Beware that, when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. For when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you." Indeed, the manipulator often masquerades as a benevolent benefactor, offering a comforting facade of support and understanding. But beneath the surface lies a cold, calculating mind, motivated not by genuine empathy, but by a desire for control and manipulation. In this chapter, we shall embark on a journey to peel back the layers of deception and expose the true nature of the manipulator's care. We'll dissect the subtle cues and manipulative tactics used to create the illusion of concern, unraveling the psychological threads that make us vulnerable to their deceitful charms. But let us not be deceived by their honeyed words and false promises, for beneath the guise of care lies a heart as cold as ice, unmoved by the suffering of others and driven only by self-interest. It is only by unmasking the manipulator's true intentions that we can hope to break free from their insidious influence and reclaim our autonomy. So, dear listener, brace yourself for the revelations that lie ahead. For the path we tread is fraught with peril, but armed with knowledge and insight, we shall navigate these treacherous waters and emerge victorious on the other side. Chapter 3. The Exploitation of Vulnerabilities. In the intricate dance of manipulation, vulnerabilities serve as the dance floor, where the manipulator effortlessly leads their unsuspecting victim into a tangled web of deceit and control. These vulnerabilities, often hidden beneath the surface of our consciousness, are the cracks in our armor that the manipulator expertly exploits to gain leverage over use. Whether it's our deepest insecurities, unresolved traumas from the past, or unmet emotional needs, these vulnerabilities act as the footholds that allow the manipulator to climb into our lives and exert their influence with devastating effect. As we navigate the treacherous waters of manipulation, it becomes abundantly clear that no one is immune to its cunning charms. We are all vulnerable in some way, susceptible to the subtle manipulations of those who seek to bend us to their will. It's a sobering realization, but one that serves as a crucial first step in our journey toward liberation. In this chapter, we will shine a light on the dark underbelly of manipulation, peeling back the layers to reveal the intricate mechanisms at play beneath the surface. From gaslighting and emotional blackmail to love bombing and exploitation of trust, we will dissect the tactics used by manipulators to prey upon our vulnerabilities and keep us ensnared in their web of deceit. But fear not, for knowledge is our greatest weapon in the fight against manipulation. By understanding the vulnerabilities that make us susceptible to manipulation, we can begin to fortify our defenses and reclaim our power. Through self-awareness and introspection, we can identify the wounds that leave us vulnerable to exploitation and take steps to heal them, closing the door to manipulation and reclaiming control over our own lives. So let us embark on this journey together, armed with the knowledge and understanding necessary to navigate the treacherous waters of manipulation. For only by confronting our vulnerabilities head-on can we hope to break free from the shackles of manipulation and forge a path to true autonomy and self-empowerment. Chapter 4. Recognizing the signs. In the labyrinth of manipulation, the signs are often subtle, easily overlooked by those who are unaware of the manipulator's cunning tactics. Yet, beneath the surface, there are telltale signs that can serve as warning beacons, guiding us away from danger and toward the safety of self-awareness and empowerment. In this chapter, we embark on a journey of discovery as we learn to recognize the signs of manipulation in all its guises. From the overt to the covert, manipulation wears many masks, each designed to deceive and disarm its unsuspecting victims. We begin by shining a light on the various tactics used by manipulators to exert control over their targets. Gaslighting, projection, and deflection are just a few of the weapons in the manipulator's arsenal, each designed to distort reality and undermine the victim's sense of self-worth and sanity. But manipulation is not always so blatant. Often, it lurks in the shadows, disguised as kindness or concern. Love bombing, for example, is a manipulation tactic that involves showering the victim with affection and attention, only to withdraw it once they are ensnared in the manipulator's web. As we journey deeper into the heart of manipulation, we learn to trust our instincts and listen to the whispers of our intuition. For it is often our gut feelings that alert us to the presence of manipulation, nudging us to take a step back and reassess the situation before it's too late. Armed with this newfound knowledge, we become vigilant guardians of our own well-being, ever watchful for the subtle signs that betray the manipulator's true intentions. By recognizing the signs of manipulation, we empower ourselves to break free from its insidious grasp and reclaim control over our own lives. So let us sharpen our senses and hone our awareness as we venture into the depths of manipulation, emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Chapter 5. Setting Boundaries. In the intricate dance of human relationships, boundaries serve as the invisible lines that define where one person ends and another begins. They are the silent sentinels that protect our autonomy, our dignity, and our well-being, standing firm against the tide of manipulation and exploitation. In this chapter, we explore the vital importance of setting boundaries in the face of manipulation, for it is through the establishment of clear and healthy boundaries that we safeguard ourselves from the intrusions of those who seek to exploit and control us. But setting boundaries is no easy task. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to stand firm in the face of resistance. It means saying no when others would have us say yes, and asserting our right to autonomy and self-determination. Yet despite the challenges, the rewards of setting boundaries are immeasurable. By clearly defining our limits and communicating them assertively, we send a powerful message to manipulators that their tactics will not be tolerated. Setting boundaries also serves to protect our emotional well-being, allowing us to conserve our energy and focus on what truly matters in our lives. It empowers us to prioritize our own needs and desires rather than constantly sacrificing ourselves for the sake of others. But perhaps most importantly, setting boundaries is an act of self-love. It is a declaration of our inherent worth and value as individuals, deserving of respect, dignity, and autonomy. So let us embrace the power of boundaries as we navigate the treacherous waters of manipulation, standing tall and resolute in our commitment to protect ourselves and honor our own needs and desires. By setting boundaries, we reclaim control over our lives and forge a path to freedom and empowerment. Chapter 6. Recognizing Manipulative Tactics. In the intricate web of human interaction, manipulation often lurks in the shadows, disguised as kindness, concern, or even love. It is a subtle and insidious force capable of undermining our autonomy and eroding our sense of self-worth. In this chapter, we delve into the art of recognizing manipulative tactics, shining a light on the deceptive strategies employed by those who seek to exploit and control us. Manipulators are adept at using a variety of tactics to achieve their aims. From guilt-tripping and gaslighting to love-bombing and silent treatment, they prey on our vulnerabilities, exploiting our fears and insecurities to bend us to their will. But by learning to recognize these tactics for what they are, we can begin to reclaim our power and protect ourselves from manipulation's toxic grasp. We can sharpen our discernment, honing our ability to see through the veneer of false promises and empty flattery. One of the key signs of manipulation is a lack of genuine concern for our well-being. Manipulators may feign affection or concern, but their actions often reveal their true intentions. They may use guilt, shame, or fear to coerce us into compliance, or they may resort to subtle forms of control, such as withholding affection or giving us the silent treatment. Another common tactic is gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation that seeks to undermine our sense of reality and self-worth. Gaslighters may distort the truth, deny their actions, or blame us for their behavior, leaving us feeling confused, doubt our own perceptions, and question our sanity. By becoming familiar with these and other manipulative tactics, we can begin to assert our boundaries and protect ourselves from harm. we can learn to trust our instincts, listen to our inner voice, and stand firm in our truth, even in the face of manipulation's subtle machinations. So, let us arm ourselves with knowledge and awareness as we navigate the complex terrain of human relationships. By recognizing manipulative tactics for what they are, we can reclaim our power, safeguard our well-being, and forge relationships built on trust, respect, and authenticity. Chapter 7. Setting Boundaries and Asserting Self-Worth. In the tumultuous landscape of interpersonal dynamics, setting boundaries is a crucial act of self-preservation and self-respect. It is a declaration of our worthiness, a line drawn in the sand that signals to others where our limits lie. In this chapter, we explore the importance of setting boundaries and asserting our self-worth in the face of manipulative behavior. We delve into the ways in which clear boundaries can protect us from exploitation and empower us to cultivate healthy, fulfilling relationships. Setting boundaries begins with a deep understanding of our own needs, values, and limits. It requires us to tune into our innermost desires and listen to the whispers of our intuition. By acknowledging our boundaries and honoring our truth, we send a powerful message to the world that we are worthy of respect and dignity. When faced with manipulative behavior, setting boundaries becomes an act of self-defense. It is a shield against emotional manipulation, a barrier that prevents others from encroaching upon our emotional and psychological well-being. By clearly articulating our boundaries and enforcing consequences for their violation, we establish a fortress of self-protection that is impervious to manipulation's advances. But setting boundaries is not always easy. It requires courage, conviction, and a willingness to stand firm in the face of resistance. It may require us to confront uncomfortable truths, to challenge deeply ingrained patterns of behavior, and to risk the disapproval of others. Yet, in doing so, we reclaim our power and assert our right to be treated with dignity and respect. Asserting our self-worth goes hand in hand with setting boundaries. It is an affirmation of our inherent value, a recognition of our worthiness to receive love, kindness, and consideration. When we assert our self-worth, we refuse to settle for anything less than we deserve. We refuse to accept mistreatment or manipulation, and we demand to be treated with the honor and reverence we deserve. So let us embrace the power of boundaries and self-worth as we navigate the complexities of human relationships. Let us stand tall in our truth, unapologetically assertive of our needs and boundaries. For in doing so, we reclaim our autonomy, preserve our dignity, and pave the way for relationships grounded in authenticity, respect, and mutual empowerment. Chapter 8. Recognizing Manipulative Patterns. In the intricate dance of human interaction, manipulation often lurks beneath the surface, disguised in subtle gestures and veiled intentions. To protect ourselves from its grasp, we must learn to recognize its cunning tactics and insidious patterns. This chapter serves as a guide to unveiling the hidden machinations of manipulation, shedding light on the tactics employed by those who seek to exploit and control others for their own gain. Manipulation can take many forms, ranging from overt coercion to subtle emotional manipulation. It may involve gaslighting, where the manipulator undermines the victim's perception of reality, or guilt tripping, where the victim is made to feel responsible for the manipulator's emotions or actions. Other common tactics include love bombing, where excessive affection and flattery are used to manipulate, and silent treatment, where the manipulator withholds communication or affection as a form of punishment. By familiarizing ourselves with these tactics and recognizing the patterns of manipulation, we empower ourselves to see through the illusion and protect our emotional well-being. We learn to trust our instincts, discerning between genuine gestures of care and those designed to exploit or control. Moreover, recognizing manipulative patterns allows us to break free from toxic relationships and reclaim our autonomy. We refuse to be held captive by the whims of manipulators asserting our right to sovereignty over our thoughts, feelings, and actions. In the journey to recognizing manipulative patterns, self-awareness is our greatest ally. By cultivating a deep understanding of ourselves and our vulnerabilities, we become less susceptible to manipulation's allure. We learn to set boundaries, assert our needs, and guard our hearts against those who would seek to manipulate us. So, let us embark on this journey of self-discovery, armed with knowledge and fortified by self-awareness. Let us shine a light into the dark corners where manipulation thrives, reclaiming our power and reclaiming our freedom. For in doing so, we pave the way for relationships built on trust, respect, and authenticity, where manipulation has no place to hide. Chapter 9. Safeguarding your emotional boundaries. In the intricate web of human relationships, our emotional boundaries serve as the guardians of our well-being, delineating where we end and others begin. Yet, these boundaries are often tested by those who seek to exploit, manipulate, or disregard our emotional needs. This chapter delves into the vital importance of safeguarding our emotional boundaries, offering insights into how to recognize when they are being violated and empowering us to take action to protect them. Emotional boundaries encompass the limits we set on the emotional energy we give and receive in relationships. They dictate what we are willing to tolerate and what crosses the line into unacceptable behavior. When these boundaries are respected, we feel safe, valued, and supported. But when they are breached, we may experience feelings of resentment, anxiety, or emotional exhaustion. Recognizing when our emotional boundaries are being violated is the first step toward reclaiming our agency and preserving our well-being. It requires us to tune into our inner voice, which alerts us to discomfort or unease in interactions with others. We learn to trust our instincts, acknowledging when something feels off or crosses a line. Setting clear and assertive boundaries is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and protecting ourselves from emotional harm. It involves communicating our needs, preferences, and limits openly and honestly, without fear of judgment or rejection. By expressing ourselves authentically, we create space for mutual respect and understanding to flourish. Boundaries also require enforcement, as they are only effective when upheld consistently. This may involve saying no to requests that compromise our well-being, disengaging from toxic relationships, or seeking support from trusted friends or professionals when needed. By taking decisive action to safeguard our emotional boundaries, we assert our right to self-care and self-respect. In the journey to safeguarding our emotional boundaries, self-awareness and self-compassion are invaluable allies. We learn to recognize our own needs and prioritize our emotional well-being without guilt or apology. By honoring our boundaries, we cultivate relationships that are grounded in authenticity, trust, and mutual respect, where our emotional needs are honored and our voices are heard. Chapter 10. Cultivating Assertiveness in Relationships. Assertiveness is the cornerstone of healthy communication and boundary setting in relationships. It empowers us to express our thoughts, feelings, and needs with clarity and confidence, while also respecting the rights and boundaries of others. In this chapter, we explore the importance of cultivating assertiveness in our interactions with others, offering practical strategies for asserting ourselves effectively and navigating challenging situations with grace and integrity. Assertiveness begins with self-awareness, as we learn to recognize our own needs, values, and boundaries. By tuning into our inner voice and acknowledging our emotions, we gain clarity about what is important to us and what we are willing to tolerate in our relationships. Once we are clear about our own needs and boundaries, the next step is to communicate them assertively to others. This involves expressing ourselves honestly and directly, using I statements to convey our thoughts and feelings without blaming or accusing the other person. By taking ownership of our emotions and experiences, we invite understanding and empathy from others, fostering deeper connections and mutual respect. Assertiveness also requires us to set and enforce boundaries firmly but compassionately. We learn to say no to requests or behaviors that infringe upon our well-being without feeling guilty or obligated to comply. By advocating for ourselves assertively, we demonstrate self-respect and self-worth, inspiring others to treat us with the same level of dignity and consideration. In addition to verbal communication, assertiveness encompasses non-verbal cues such as body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. By aligning our verbal and non-verbal communication, we convey sincerity and confidence, enhancing the effectiveness of our assertive messages. However, assertiveness does not mean being aggressive or confrontational. It is about finding the balance between standing up for ourselves and respecting the rights and boundaries of others. We strive to assert ourselves assertively while also listening actively and empathetically to the perspectives of others, fostering understanding and collaboration in our relationships. Ultimately, cultivating assertiveness in our interactions with others empowers us to navigate conflicts, set boundaries, and express ourselves authentically, strengthening our relationships and promoting mutual respect and cooperation. By embracing assertiveness as a core value in our relationships, we create a foundation of trust, honesty, and integrity that allows us to thrive personally and interpersonally. Chapter 11. Recognizing and addressing manipulative behavior. Manipulative behavior can be subtle yet pervasive, often leaving us feeling confused, invalidated, or powerless in our relationships. In this chapter, we delve into the various forms of manipulation and offer insights into recognizing and addressing manipulative behavior effectively. Manipulation can take many forms, ranging from subtle guilt-tripping and passive-aggressive remarks to outright deception and coercion. It often involves tactics aimed at influencing or controlling others' thoughts, feelings, or behaviors for personal gain or advantage. One common form of manipulation is gaslighting, where the manipulator seeks to undermine the victim's perception of reality, causing them to doubt their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By distorting the truth, denying past events, or minimizing the victim's concerns, gaslighters create confusion and self-doubt, making it easier to manipulate and control their victims. Another manipulation tactic is emotional blackmail, where the manipulator uses guilt, fear, or obligation to compel others to comply with their demands or desires. By exploiting the victim's vulnerabilities and insecurities, emotional blackmailers manipulate their emotions, making them feel responsible for the manipulator's happiness or well-being. Recognizing manipulative behavior begins with trusting our instincts and paying attention to red flags such as inconsistency, defensiveness, or excessive flattery. By staying vigilant and questioning questionable behavior, we can protect ourselves from falling victim to manipulation and exploitation. Once we recognize manipulative behavior, the next step is to assertively address it and set firm boundaries with the manipulator. This involves expressing our concerns directly and assertively, using I statements to convey our feelings and needs without blaming or accusing the other person. By holding the manipulator accountable for their actions and refusing to tolerate manipulative tactics, we assert our right to be treated with respect and integrity. However, confronting manipulative behavior can be challenging, especially if the manipulator is someone we care about or depend on. In such cases, seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals can provide validation, guidance, and encouragement as we navigate the complexities of manipulative relationships. Ultimately, recognizing and addressing manipulative behavior empowers us to protect ourselves from exploitation, uphold our boundaries, and cultivate healthier, more authentic relationships built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. By refusing to tolerate manipulation in any form, we reclaim our autonomy and dignity, fostering relationships that nurture our well-being and growth. Chapter 12. Building Resilience Against Manipulation. In the face of manipulative behavior, developing resilience is key to safeguarding our mental and emotional well-being. In this chapter, we explore strategies for building resilience and strengthening our defenses against manipulation. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, setbacks, and challenges, and it plays a crucial role in protecting us from the harmful effects of manipulation. By cultivating resilience, we develop inner strength, adaptability, and self-confidence, enabling us to withstand manipulative tactics and maintain our sense of self-worth and autonomy. One effective strategy for building resilience is to cultivate self-awareness and self-esteem. By understanding our strengths, weaknesses, and values, we gain clarity about who we are and what we stand for, making it harder for manipulators to exploit our vulnerabilities or undermine our confidence. Additionally, practicing self-care and self-compassion is essential for building resilience. Taking time to prioritize our physical, emotional, and mental well-being helps replenish our energy and resilience reserves, making us less susceptible to manipulation and more capable of asserting our boundaries and needs. Another important aspect of resilience building is fostering a supportive network of friends, family, and mentors who can provide encouragement, guidance, and validation during challenging times. By surrounding ourselves with people who respect and affirm our worth, we create a protective buffer against manipulation and exploitation. Furthermore, developing effective communication skills is crucial for building resilience and countering manipulation. By learning to express ourselves assertively, set boundaries, and advocate for our needs, we empower ourselves to assert our autonomy and protect ourselves from being manipulated or coerced into compliance. Moreover, cultivating a growth mindset can enhance resilience by reframing setbacks and failures as opportunities for learning and growth. By embracing challenges as valuable learning experiences, we become more resilient in the face of adversity, lessening the impact of manipulation on our self-esteem and confidence. Ultimately, building resilience against manipulation is an ongoing process that requires dedication, self-awareness, and practice. By investing in our well-being, nurturing supportive relationships, and developing effective communication skills, we strengthen our defenses against manipulation and cultivate a greater sense of empowerment, autonomy, and authenticity in our lives. Chapter 13. Asserting Boundaries and Self-Respect. Asserting boundaries and maintaining self-respect are essential components of protecting ourselves against manipulation. In this chapter, we delve into the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing our self-worth in order to resist manipulation effectively. Boundaries serve as personal guidelines that define the limits of acceptable behavior in our relationships and interactions with others. By establishing clear boundaries, we communicate our needs, values, and limits, ensuring that our rights and well-being are respected. When faced with manipulative individuals who seek to exploit or disregard our boundaries, it is crucial to assert ourselves firmly and assertively. Asserting boundaries involves recognizing and honoring our own needs and priorities, even in the face of pressure or manipulation from others. It requires us to prioritize our well-being and self-respect above the demands or expectations of others, refusing to compromise our values or integrity for the sake of approval or acceptance. Moreover, setting and enforcing boundaries is an act of self-care and self-respect, affirming our inherent worth and dignity as individuals. By refusing to tolerate mistreatment, manipulation, or disrespect, we send a powerful message that our needs and boundaries are valid and deserving of respect. Asserting boundaries also involves communicating clearly and assertively with others, expressing our needs, concerns, and expectations in a direct and respectful manner. By being assertive in our communication, we make it clear that we will not tolerate manipulation or coercion, and that we expect to be treated with dignity and respect. Additionally, maintaining self-respect is essential for protecting ourselves against manipulation and maintaining our autonomy and independence. Self-respect involves valuing ourselves and our worth as individuals, refusing to accept mistreatment or disrespect from others, and advocating for our needs and boundaries. Cultivating self-respect requires us to recognize our strengths, talents, and achievements, celebrating our successes and accomplishments, and acknowledging our inherent worth and value as individuals. By nurturing a positive self-image and practicing self-compassion, we strengthen our resilience and confidence, making it easier to resist manipulation and assert our boundaries effectively. Ultimately, asserting boundaries and maintaining self-respect are essential strategies for protecting ourselves against manipulation and maintaining our emotional and psychological well-being. By prioritizing our needs, values, and self-worth, and refusing to tolerate mistreatment or disrespect from others, we empower ourselves to assert our autonomy and independence and cultivate healthy, fulfilling relationships built on mutual respect and trust. Chapter 14. Navigating Manipulative Dynamics in Relationships. In this chapter, we explore the complex dynamics of manipulation within relationships and strategies for navigating these challenging situations effectively. Manipulation often thrives within the context of relationships, where power imbalances, emotional vulnerabilities, and dependency can create fertile ground for exploitative behavior. Whether it's a romantic partnership, friendship, family dynamic, or professional relationship, recognizing and addressing manipulation is crucial for maintaining healthy and fulfilling connections. One common form of manipulation within relationships is gaslighting, a tactic used to undermine someone's perception of reality and make them doubt their own sanity or judgment. Gaslighting can take various forms, such as denying past events, minimizing concerns or feelings, or blaming the victim for the manipulator's behavior. By distorting the truth and eroding trust, gaslighting can have devastating effects on an individual's self-esteem and mental well-being. Another manipulation tactic commonly observed in relationships is guilt tripping, where a person uses guilt or obligation to control or manipulate others' behavior. Guilt tripping often involves emotional manipulation, such as making someone feel responsible for the manipulator's emotions, or using guilt as a tool to extract compliance or favors. By exploiting empathy and compassion, guilt tripping can create feelings of guilt, shame, and obligation, making it difficult for the victim to assert boundaries or prioritize their own needs. Moreover, manipulation can also manifest in the form of emotional blackmail, where a person uses threats, coercion, or manipulation to control or manipulate others' behavior. Emotional blackmail often involves manipulation through fear, such as threatening to withhold love, affection, or support unless certain demands are met. By leveraging emotional vulnerabilities and insecurities, emotional blackmail can exert significant control over the victim, making it challenging to assert boundaries or resist manipulation. Navigating manipulative dynamics in relationships requires a combination of self-awareness, assertiveness, and boundary setting. It's essential to recognize the signs of manipulation, such as gaslighting, guilt tripping, or emotional blackmail, and trust your instincts if something feels off or uncomfortable. Additionally, practicing assertive communication and boundary setting is crucial for asserting your needs, values, and boundaries within relationships. By expressing yourself clearly, respectfully, and assertively, you can communicate your concerns, set boundaries, and advocate for your well-being effectively. It's also essential to prioritize self-care and self-respect, recognizing your inherent worth and refusing to tolerate mistreatment or disrespect from others. Furthermore, seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals can provide valuable guidance and validation as you navigate manipulative dynamics within relationships. Building a strong support network can offer perspective, encouragement, and practical strategies for dealing with manipulation and maintaining healthy boundaries. Ultimately, by recognizing the signs of manipulation, practicing assertive communication and boundary setting, and seeking support when needed, you can navigate manipulative dynamics within relationships effectively and cultivate healthier, more fulfilling connections built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Chapter 15. Cultivating Empowered Relationships. In this final chapter, we delve into the transformative process of cultivating empowered relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and authenticity. Empowered relationships are characterized by equality, autonomy, and healthy communication, where individuals feel valued, supported, and respected for who they are. Cultivating empowered relationships requires a commitment to personal growth, self-awareness, and conscious communication, fostering connections that uplift and empower both parties involved. One essential aspect of empowered relationships is establishing clear boundaries that honor each individual's needs, values, and autonomy. Boundaries serve as guidelines for acceptable behavior and help prevent manipulation, exploitation, and emotional harm within relationships. By asserting boundaries assertively and respectfully, individuals can create a safe and supportive environment where their needs and boundaries are respected and honored. Moreover, empowered relationships are built on a foundation of open, honest, and transparent communication. Effective communication involves active listening, empathy, and vulnerability, allowing individuals to express their thoughts, feelings, and concerns openly and without fear of judgment or rejection. By fostering a culture of open communication and mutual understanding, empowered relationships can navigate challenges, conflicts, and differences constructively, strengthening the bond between individuals. Additionally, cultivating empowered relationships requires a commitment to mutual respect, empathy, and compassion. Empowered individuals recognize and appreciate each other's strengths, differences, and perspectives, fostering a culture of acceptance, validation, and support within the relationship. By cultivating empathy and compassion, individuals can foster deeper connections and understanding. Promoting empathy and compassion, individuals can foster deeper connections and understanding, promoting mutual growth and personal development. Furthermore, empowered relationships prioritize collaboration, cooperation, and shared decision-making, where individuals work together as equal partners to achieve common goals and aspirations. By fostering a spirit of collaboration and teamwork, empowered relationships can overcome challenges, celebrate successes, and navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and grace. Ultimately, cultivating empowered relationships requires a commitment to self-awareness, personal growth, and conscious communication. By establishing clear boundaries, fostering open communication, prioritizing mutual respect and empathy, and embracing collaboration and cooperation, individuals can cultivate relationships that empower, inspire, and nourish their well-being and happiness. As we conclude our exploration of empowered relationships, remember that the journey towards cultivating healthy, fulfilling connections is ongoing and requires patience, effort, and dedication. By prioritizing self-awareness, communication, and mutual respect, individuals can create empowered relationships that enrich their lives and bring joy, fulfillment, and meaning to their journey. As we conclude our exploration, it's essential to recognize that navigating relationships can be a complex journey, fraught with challenges and uncertainties. However, it's within these complexities that we find opportunities for growth, understanding, and transformation. In the face of manipulation and disregard, it's crucial to prioritize self-care and self-respect. Set firm boundaries that honor your needs and values, and be unapologetic in advocating for your well-being. Remember that you deserve to be treated with kindness, empathy, and respect in all your relationships. Furthermore, take the time to reflect on your own attitudes and behaviors. Are you treating others with the same compassion and consideration that you expect from them? Cultivate a mindset of empathy, understanding, and authenticity in your interactions, fostering connections built on mutual respect and genuine care. Ultimately, the attitudes we cultivate and the relationships we nurture have a profound impact on our happiness and fulfillment. Choose wisely, invest in relationships that lift you up and bring out the best in you, and never settle for anything less than the love, respect, and appreciation you deserve. 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 Appreciation